Hey there, Pete Moriarty here, and in this video I'm going to be sharing with you 5 big problems that Dialpad solves with your phone system. Now, first problem that Dialpad solves is apps and soft phones that suck. Now, most business phone systems require you to have this old school desk phone sitting on the desk. Well, Dialpad's idea is to kill the desk phone, and they've built the system from the ground up to run first on mobile, then on your computer, whether you're on a Mac or a PC or a Chromebook or a Chromebox or wherever you are. And then lastly, yes, it does work with desk phones as well, but the whole idea of Dialpad is to suit how the modern worker works, and that is in the cloud. We're using our computers for absolutely everything now, from video conferencing to getting our productivity done to collaborating with our team members. Why shouldn't our phone system be digital as well? So Dialpad is built for your computer, it's built for the apps, and the experience of working on your machine with Dialpad and a fully hosted cloud system, well, it's absolutely phenomenal. Second thing that Dialpad fixes is user management and configuration. Now, most phone systems are a black box that is completely hidden away from you, the business owner, or the administrator of the system. And what that means is you're often paying consulting fees for somebody to support it, somebody to add and remove users. Sometimes it's $150, $200 an hour for whatever poor phone company you've signed up with to come in and change settings just to update users. And what usually happens is you end up with extensions that have got the wrong name, or you don't end up using all of the features or functionality of the system because you just don't have control of it. And changes are cumbersome. You're always going through a third party to get anything done. Well, the beautiful thing about Dialpad is it's all self-manageable. Now, of course, we're on hand if you ever need any help or support or hand-holding with configuring or changing any settings, but it's all manageable yourself as your own administrator of the Dialpad system. So what does that mean? You can add and remove users yourself. When someone joins your business or someone leaves your business, you can easily reassign their numbers and set them up and configure them. If you need to change more advanced settings like what call queues are set up, or setting up an automated voicemail or automated attendant or receptionist, you can configure all of those menus easily yourself right from within the Dialpad settings page at dialpad.com. Does that sound awesome? Yes, it is, because it means you have full control of your IT systems without relying on the services of a third party to make critical changes when you need to update them for your business. Number 3 is cashola. What I love about Dialpad is there are no surprises with what you're going to spend. Because Dialpad is a fixed fee service, that means you're just paying for your license fees, and all of your calls within your home country to landlines and mobiles are included in that price. Now, one of the biggest challenges that we see with many businesses is when they're implementing a phone system, they're not only sold the hardware, and that's a large capital expenditure on the phone system and all the desk phones and the other bits and pieces, but then you're usually slogged with either a 3-year or a 5-year telecommunications contract. And what that means is those prices may go up, but most importantly, those prices are variable. And what our customers tell us that frustrates them is they don't know exactly what they're going to be spending. They may be given estimates, but you're never quite sure what you might spend. And everybody's been burnt by a phone system that seemed to be cheap at the time, but ended up getting very expensive. And many of our customers come to us with large monthly phone bills, and when they look at the cost of the Dialpad user licenses, they're saving significant amounts of money. So we take care of all of your support, Dialpad takes care of all of your phone calls, and you can stick to your business. Fourth up, and maybe my favorite, is that Dialpad is location independent. You're not installing software in one central location or relying on one central internet connection in your office for Dialpad to work. Dialpad is a fully hosted service. So that means it's location independent. So wherever you are and whatever device that you're using, whether you're in your home country using your mobile phone, whether you're overseas using an iPad or your laptop from a hotel room, or maybe if one of your team members works from home in a different country, well, Dialpad's going to work no matter where you are, because Dialpad uses a cloud-based global system to route your calls through. And what that means is no matter where you are in the world, it's not trying to connect back just to an Australian server or even bouncing your calls to the US and back to get your calls done. Now, that's very important because many VoIP systems will promise that you can work from anywhere or install their app and make calls from overseas. But what's usually happening is that calls are having to be routed back over the public internet, effectively the long way, and that can really affect your call quality. Dialpad, being built to be a global business from day one, means that your calls are routed intelligently and via private fiber channels, which means that the connection quality is much better, and no matter where you or your staff are, you're going to have great quality calls on Dialpad as long as you've got a decent internet connection on the device that you're using. Number 5, and my favorite one about Dialpad, is there are no servers. And what that means is there's no PBX, there's no phone system box or phone system server that has to be installed in your office. What that means is there's nothing to support, there's no additional capital cost, there's no IT person that you have to call when something goes wrong with the phones. If the internet connection goes down in your office, Dialpad doesn't go down, you just jump on your mobile and you work from wherever you are. What that means is that Dialpad is not a phone system that is going to break when there's a problem in your office. It doesn't mean that your business is going to be completely offline just because you've got a problem with the internet. And what I love about that is we are working purely from the cloud from whatever location we're in, and no matter where you are or where your staff are, you can work productively with Dialpad without having to worry about something going down and all of a sudden calls stopping in and out of your business. I hope you've enjoyed it. 5 killer problems that Dialpad solves. This is not just a phone system, it is unified communications, and it helps you, the anywhere worker, get your business done wherever you need to be and wherever your team needs to be. If you haven't already, make sure you're chatting to our team. We've got our contact details below, and we will be in touch very shortly.
I know is not enough.